The Ministry's 2024 budget proposal is tailored towards achieving the mandate and deliverables the Honorable Ministers of Agriculture signed with Mr. President. However, it is imperative to look backwards at the previous year's budgetary allocations to the agricultural sector vis-à-vis the Malabo Declaration of 10% of national budget to be devoted to agriculture for meaningful achievement. Below is a chart of the federal government budgetary allocation to agriculture for the period 2013 to 2023. You could see that 2013 is 2%, 2014 1%, 2015 1%, 16 1%, 17 2%, 2018 2%. So you can see that it is ranging between 1, 2, and 3%, which is a far cry from the Malabo agreement of 10%. The conclusion here, Mr. Chairman, is though the agriculture budget is far short of Malabo declaration of 10%, national budget to be allocated to the agriculture sector, agricultural development in Nigeria is fast transiting to a business-oriented approach to attract youth and modernize the sector. The effect of the huge investment by government and non-government in the agriculture sector is evident in the consistent, significant contributions to the nation's gross domestic product of 23.11% in 2015, all the way to 24% in 2022. The commitment is to strengthen the sectoral initiatives for the enhancement of productivity and competitiveness and linkages towards sustaining food security, employment generation, and wealth creation in the country. Distinguished Chairman, Honorable Chairman of all committees here present, members of the Senate and House committees, I would like to here present to you the detailed appropriation proposal for 2024 budget. Thank you very much for listening. We have seen several systems, subsidy regimes, subsidizing inputs, and in most cases, whenever there is subsidy, like today, I must say that the fertilizer is beyond the reach of the common farmer. We all know what happened to the common farmer last year, right around this time, or rather, just at the time of harvest, when farmers have harvested and they're looking forward to selling their produce. Government changed the policy of the Naira design, thereby making cash unavailable, and of course in the rural areas, farmers deal with cash. And what happened then was that they had to slash down their prices just in order to sell their produce, and they came out empty-handed. Today, farmers can no longer afford fertilizer. Even in the dry season farming that we have now, right now we have the wheat program. They have the challenging fact of even giving 50% of all the inputs that we have given to them. For a hectare, the total input is 360,000, and farmers are required to bring 180,000. Even that, they couldn't come up with that amount of money. Some states have actually stepped in to further subsidize those inputs. So when you look at it, we have to look at a situation where, and then when you further subsidize some of these inputs, then the issue of round-tripping and other unwholesome activities take place. We think, and we also think that what we need to do as a country is to give access to capital for farmers so that they can buy the required inputs so that they can cultivate, and at the end of the day, when they harvest, they can pay back those facilities.
We all agreed in the interactive session during the budget presentation that the ministry is getting less than it needs. And in our own effort, whatever we can do, we've assured them, we'll make sure we support them to see that they at least achieve, even if it's for this year, a minimal of maybe 5 to 6%. And in doing that, we intend to sit with the leadership to also let them know the yearnings of the people, not just the people, even those of us in the committee who have seen the shortfall in this. And we intend to also interrogate the budget proposal brought forward by the agencies so that areas where the need for what they are asking for does not really arise, so that we can prioritize what is needed in that ministry. But we are also appealing, thank God the minister is from the executive arm. He was formerly he's still a family of the National Assembly, so he will know how best to relate it to the executive, that we need to scale up the funding of agriculture, because it is a general concern of everybody. We all share in that.
There is food security in the nation now, and that is why Mr. President has declared an emergency on food security and has also prioritized food security as top agenda of his 8-point agenda. So that is to say that the government is assiduously doing all it can to see that food is secured for citizens.